So I have a dilemma here. I have a Phillies team that are benefiting from 2 captain's bonuses. So in this game, you have a hitting captain and you have a pitching captain, and they provide different boosts depending on the requirements. So Richie Ashburn and Seranthony Dominguez. So I have tier 3 on both of them. So what it does is that's plus 15 to both sides for my hitters, and for my pitchers it gives them higher hits per 9, basically better strikeout stuff. But no, solid contact, because Ks per 9 are strikeout stuff. So for Seranthony, obviously he's a pitching captain, so you have plus 10 base on balls, which is control. It makes it easier to throw your pitches on higher difficulties. Pitching clutch, so save opportunities, any kind of base runners, or like if you're facing like a batter who's hit off you before. But it also gives you 15 power to both sides, so that combines with the 15 contact, so it can turn like someone who's a great contact hitter into a legitimate power hitter. Now, if they're great at both, well, you get a little bit of a God Squad. So you'll see like little raise marks on Phillies players, nothing on non-Philly players. Now, I have 2 of them in my lineup who are non-Philly players for obvious reasons, but 3 of them. Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones. Jorge Posada, best hitting catcher in the game. Decent speed, like 40. So it's like he's not going to be running out in fields, but he's great at putting it over the infield. He's good. Also, switch hitter, can't go wrong there. Also, great arm. Not many people are going to get a good steal unless like they have like perfect stealing. And Ken Griffey Jr. I mean, I could say why, but if it's Ken Griffey Jr., move on. So, also in my, I do have Joe Morgan, very fast. So in case it's late in the game, I need to pinch run for somebody. Josh Gibson, because he plays almost every position. Also, he's a catcher who can run. Ryan Howard, just in case I need that pinch hitter, and he has a high clutch stat. And David Dahl, because he helps with my ranking. Lineup here, I mean, obviously I got Zach Wheeler. I want to have some good lefties, so I got Ranger Suarez, which doesn't really fit the quality of a good lefty, but feasible with the boosts. And they released the card Christopher Sanchez, and he is hands down my best pitcher. So we got sinker, circle chain, slider, cutter. Pretty simple loadout for a lot of the pitchers here. That doesn't scream like, oh yeah, I need that. Then you come down here to his stats. Stamina 107. He can go all game long. I mean, doesn't have the highest strikeout stuff, Ks per 9, but it's still 83. So that means he's not only a hit to contact person, I mean, a lot of ground outs, a lot of double plays, but also a lot of swing and miss shit. So his like home runs on 9, that's where I'm looking at, because a lot of games will go 6-7 innings with like go 0-0 or 1-0, and then you have a bad inning and it's now 5-1, and you're like, well, fuck. So it's just like, even if they do make contact, it's rare that it's going to be out of the park. And I've noticed that online, it's like he has not given up home runs. Pitching clutch, 111. So when shit gets serious, if he loads the bases or the depot thing, his stats increase to the point where it makes him like lights out, etc. And velocity of 98. he's throwing gas, break of 99, and that gas is turning. I mean, his sinker breaks at the last second. People are looking silly. And okay, rest is unimportant. But with the boost, it turns him who's a 94. Because he's a level 2, he's a 96. I think yeah, so the game is weird with this. So without the boost, he would be rated 96, which Season 2, there's not many 99s out yet. With the set releases, it's like they try to bring everything back down to the 90s, which is pretty cool. So like 94 right now is really good. So I've been using him for a little bit, so he's a level 2, so he's at 96. And that's without the boost. With the boost, he becomes a 99. Same thing with Ranger, it's like, he's an 86. Why do I keep doing that? It would only, I've used him level 3, only up to 89. Makes him a 94. Same deal with Zach Wheeler. Makes him goes from an 89 to a 97. And I got, Roy Halladay, not the Blue Jays. This is where the problem comes in, and we'll get back to that. This is his Blue Jays version, so he doesn't get the boost. But I've diamonded him. Basically, he's level 5. I was number 184 to do it out of 878 to 98. So even a boosted player, it's like Zach Wheeler, it's still lower than Halladay. And then I have Jake Irvin. I'm kind of messing around with him. I like his stuff, and he was part of a mission, so I'm leaving him in my fifth slot. His stats are really good. I mean, he has that break, lower velocity, but he has stamina. Pitchers get really tired in this game, so it's like if you're playing a lot of ranked, it messes with you. So my bullpen is more diverse. So Sir Anthony as my captain. Even with a diamond level, it only brings him to a 90. With the boost, it's 94. So that Chris Sanchez card, it's like, if you want to buy him on the market, he's like 50,000, 60,000 stubs. It's like a 87 pitcher would be about 3,000 stubs for comparison. So yeah, good on me. Same thing, it's like I've made a gold a diamond. That's really when my bullpen's getting weak and I need someone to throw in there. He has some good stuff. Now, Matt Strahm, a boosted version of him. Good lefty closer. So it's like, again, he's level 2. It only brings him up to a 92. But even at a 92, I mean, he doesn't have stamina. He's a closer. I mean, his hits per nine, everything's in the 90s or above. With the boosts, 97. So it makes him an elite pitcher for the series. And plus, the reason why his energy is low and his energy is 0, because I fucking use them. Ryan, he's 95, but with the velocity, the control, I mean, the break's the only really good thing about him. Not my first choice, but still, it's like I've been kind of learning how to use him. And then I got Chapman, another left-handed closer, only a 93, but still, it's like you know how to use him, and you get where vary up his fastball and with his slider, and throw in that change randomly, get people sweating out front. Sandman and Johan Duran, 95 at rank 4. I'm gonna get into a diamond soon because I just like him. So the problem I have in this is that in the rank rewards, so in this set, the 3 main characters were Chipper Jones, Roy Halladay, and Ken Griffey Jr. I don't know why there's no Ken Griffey Jr. here. So season reward path. Basically, I'm closing in on the first boss. And you can get all 3 bosses. It's just, You have a choice of 99 Chipper Jones, you have 99 Ken Griffey, and 99 Roy Halladay as a Philly. Nobody picks a pitcher first in these packs because you can use them in one game, they're too tired, and you have to wait to use them again. Ken Griffey can swing homers all day, and Chipper Jones can swing homers all day, and they can play. The problem I run into is that, like, his stats are already juiced to shit. Adding that bonus to it would make him unhittable. Because it's like, something that I like about this is like they started you out with like, you know, the lower versions of them, like early 90s, not the year, but like at level 91, Chipper and Roy. It's like, and then you got a second version, which is like their like 95 card, and then when you get to the end, you're at 99. So it's like, it kind of encourages you to learn those players, you know, at their different levels, and then you're given like a God Squad character who then allows you to, and you're already familiar with him to a degree. So it's just like, I like that because sometimes it's like you'll get a reward for like, you know, the season or for like World Series or whatever. That's like, it's statistically an amazing card, but it takes some time to figure out how to get that swing off on him or how to get that, you know, what pitch sequence. I mean, with Roy Halladay, it's like, in his 95 card, they took away his four-seam fastball. So it's all cutter and sinkers, and it's like, there's a lot of cutter and sinker pitches, and it's like, so you have to kind of get tricky with it. But he has that control. So giving him that four-seam option to just like, you know, throw breaking stuff and things that are left and right of the plate, and just maybe just to a left-handed batter, like a high and away fastball, and with his control, just dot it at the corner. They're not gonna, it's like 9 times out of 10, unless you're fucking Babe Ruth, it's like they're not gonna get the bat up high enough to swing it because they're gonna be focusing on that cutter in or that, you know, like that sinker down and away to try to go oppo. It's like, or even just like a middle level outside fastball. It's like they're gonna try to pop it up because they're gonna think it's a sinker. They're gonna think it's something else. Or just throw the splitter. Go from like your four seam, you know, that's a 10 mile per hour drop, and a splitter has that nasty plummet. Throw, and it stays in the zone for a while with his break. So I'll throw that across the plate from righty to lefty, and like, it's more aggressive than like a changeup, obviously, and it'll go farther if hit just because it has that sinking action. But with his late sinking action, it looks like it's either a slider or a fastball that's coming in low and inside, which if you're waiting for it, you're going to crank that. It's like, but it slides right below them. That's nice by him. So it comes down to, I got a Philly God Squad. It's like, but I have Chipper and Ken Griffey on that squad already in their 95 versions. Who the fuck do I pick first?